The teacher tenure has been around for decades now, and though many people have seen that they want to abolish it, me and my partner believe that there are many good factors that come about from the tenure, and that it should stay in place. Some of the good purposes of the tenure are that it makes for better, more experienced educators that give a richer learning experience to the students. The teacher tenure allows for more experienced teachers who over time become familiar with successful learning styles. Teaching is a craft that takes time to be honored and mastered. It not only takes time to develop the required skills, but also knowledge, patience, and professionalism. With the teacher tenure, it allows for teachers to teach more controversial issues and be more open-minded without the fear of getting fired. The tenure ensures academic freedom in teaching. As David McGrath said from Edison State College, the tenure ensures academic freedom to teach important concepts such as evolution and classic texts such as Huckleberry Finn, To Kill a Mockingbird, or Catcher in the Rye, all of which have been banned by some school districts. Students without tenure teachers in this district are being deprived of the classic novels that teach students life lessons. If students are to be taught to think rigorously and creatively, which is their best route to success, they need teachers who can be rigorous, creative, and courageous as well. Tenure doesn't guarantee that college teachers are courageous, but it protects those who are. Students with teachers who have tenure are generally able to have a richer learning experience because of this. And as Doreen Miller, Vice President at Cambridge University, stated, enforcement of the tenure provides educators with the protection in order for them to take risks with new materials or learning methods, question decisions made by administration, or speak out about problems facing their district without reprisal. Studies showed that 68% of students say they gain more knowledge and are more satisfied with their education through teachers that are openly opinionated with the district and controversial issues. This shows that the tenure allows for teachers to feel secure enough to teach in these ways because they are significantly less fearful of losing their jobs, which creates a better learning environment for kids, or for students. Another good aspect about the teacher tenure is that it protects teachers from getting fired due to false accusations. Reports found that in hearings, 32% of accusations made by students about a teacher turned out to be false. The teacher tenure policy, or gives a policy for a hearing for teachers with tenure and allows security and more time for their cases to be investigated. It offers teachers protection from a situation where a district might be tempted to fire a teacher facing an expensive legal battle rather than investigate the matter and work with them through the lengthy legal process. The teacher tenure also prevents highly respected teachers from being released due to expenses. Education budgets are big news in many states. Many state governments are slashing funding drastically as money for education becomes increasingly difficult to find. With this in mind, schools around the country are being forced to make tough choices about what they will cut from budgets. Due to lower budgets, many schools are being forced to choose quantity over quality. An example of this is that without tenure, a 20-year veteran teacher at the top of his pay scale becomes a luxury that some districts might do away with. When you can hire 2 teachers at the lowest salary for less than 1 experienced teacher at the highest salary, schools choose quantity over quality. A teacher tenure also brings more competition to the job field of teaching. The promise of a secure and stable job attracts many teachers to the teaching profession and eliminating tenure would hamper teacher recruitment. Starting salaries for teachers have frequently about 15% lower weekly earnings than workers with comparable education and work experience. The tenure helps bring in teachers due to the security of it, an advantage that most other jobs don't have, to help make up for the slight disadvantage of low income. With the strive to obtain the teacher tenure, teachers have to work harder by coming up with and finding the best, most effective ways of teaching in order to gain security. The teacher tenure serves as a motivator for teachers to become better educators. Without the tenure, there would be less competition among teachers in doing well. As Perry Zirkle, professor of education and law at Lehigh University, told the Washington Post, tenure's primary purpose is economic job security, tied to the otherwise uncompetitive pay in comparison to other professions. However, tenure is not a lifetime guarantee. Another thing about the tenure is that it helps weed out the good teachers and release the bad ones. It promotes administrators to dismiss the underperforming teachers before they achieve tenure and cannot be removed as easily. Jerry Schitzner stated, administrators are aware of the difficulties in releasing a poor performing teacher with tenure. Therefore, we have become more observant and set higher standards on teachers yearning for tenure in order to make sure we won't be regretting our decision. There's also been recent improvements to the tenure to make sure that it's actually doing its job also, and trying to eliminate some of the bad factors of it. Recently, the Obama administration has allowed states to compete for billions of education dollars and offering state waivers around unpopular proficiency requirements in the No Child Left Behind education law. To participate in either, states have to promise changes such as tying teacher evaluations, to performance. This shows that, like, even though in the past, sometimes the evaluations for teachers aren't always up to standard, the improvements are now in place so that they have to up their standards and make sure they're actually doing their job.